a design plan from our sprinkler contractor, um, and then we'll get all that together and submit it back to you guys.
Yep.
Is there
Sounds good.
anything else that would be helpful for everybody?
Yeah, specifically, like I think one of the things that was being asked is how much area is not covered by the sprinklers. So essentially, what are you not conforming to with your proposed sprinkler concept?
Okay. Just curious, is there any threshold where you might say, okay, well, you're in the area of
No, I think we'd have to
we'd
look
want
at
to
the
maximize it. Yeah.
yeah, we have to look at the totality of the proposal.
Yeah, your
Okay.
sprinkler designer needs to come up with a design that gets the best possible coverage, and what's left, we'll just have to take a look at.
Okay, understand.
First to table, is there a second?
Second.
Yes.
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 The only new variance that we have is 26-69 Spectrum finishing.
Yeah, Tony Riggs, Homeland Security. This is for a paint booth to spray furniture. This is an Amish operation. The request is to use an alternative fire extinguishing system using what they call a cold fire with a wet material. We referred this because we have not seen this before, and it's kind of an interesting system, very compact and limited in size. So we refer this on to you.
Is there anyone here in person or online to speak for 260469 Spectrum Finishing?
Yes, this is Sean Frederick. I'm the architect,
Hmm.
and Marion Troyer is also on as the owner's representative. And then I think there may be some representatives from the product that we're trying to propose that could speak as well. So the reason for the kind of the substitution here is it's in the county. There's we know it had to be fire suppressed. We reached out to a fire suppression contractor, and they told us the gallons per minute that was required, and it was like 560 something gallons per minute, and they're on well, and there's no way we're going to get that kind of capacity. So we started looking at other options, and then we talked to the building through the building commissioner in LaGrange and other companies that do this finishing product system, and they were using these bowls. These they called like fire bowls, I guess. It's kind of like an Ansel system for a commercial kitchen hood. Same type of system. It smothers the fire, puts the fire out real quick. So we said, okay, well then this is already being used. Hopefully we can do this. So that's why we applied for the variance. Tony called me. We talked a little bit, and anyway, in the process of that, we got passed up to you guys. And if you have any questions, we're prepared to answer them.
It's me, please.
Division by Tim on the vote, my opinion. Frank, it should go Tuesday. Status Spain. Normally, that's right. That I've seen that other options. But that's my answer because missing definitely.
Sorry, how large is this booth?
About 120 square feet, I think. That was in the application.
Yes, it's a 12 by 12 booth with 8 by 12 working space, spraying area with the cavity behind for the exhaust.
And you got 2 of them?
Yes, we do.
And it looks like looks it looks like you got exits right next to them, the booths, right?
The exit is between the booths. Yes, we actually do. One booth has it to the right of the booth. I'm gonna say 10, 12 feet. There's an exit. And then between the 2 booths, there's another exit.
Have your local fire officials expressed an opinion on this?
Our local fire department is using this product as the very best product to extinguish fires. With on our fire safety days, they will have a stack of tires and whatever burning, like create a crazy fire, and they will use this to suppress the fire, and it is above and beyond most fire suppressants out. And then the simplicity of the unit and the cleanliness of when it is engaged, and the performance of the fire extinguishing action in this product is the best there is, in our opinion, from what we're finding, and apparently also for the fire department, because that's what they use on those safety days.
And this is an open-ended booth, right?
Open face booth, yes, sir.
What's the largest items that you have in there? Square footage wise that you put in it?
Good question. Probably a 48 by 80 table, probably that's surface area. And then we have some larger TV plasmas are probably some of the biggest items. And TV plasmas can be from like wall cabinet type of TV plasmas, can be from 2 foot deep to anywhere from 7 feet long to we can only go up to 93 inches, I believe it is. to go inside the booth spraying that. So probably around 90 inches high to 7 feet wide, 2 feet deep. And then tables will spray flat, roll it in the booth, and spray the one end, turn it around and spray the other end to keep the dirt off of it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out square footage wise of how big is something that you have in there.
Yeah, yeah. So the biggest tables like that will suspend out beyond the booth. And then we do our airflow. Our airflow has to be able to, be drawn from all directions so that it creates a friendly environment to work in. And our employers are very, very conscious of that to have air makeup situated where it will create the fresh air to be available to us humans and not, so that all the sprayed air will exit or be filtered and exited through the booths.
And so you can't get enough water to the site. That's correct, right?
That's correct. Here in plant one, we are with city water, so that's no question. You got to have that. What is that? Code 9, something like that. The only suppressant we've been told that meets that requirement is the sprinkler system, the conventional sprinkler system, and I'm not. It's unreal what well you need for that. I think maybe a farmer's irrigation system type of well. But no wells. So all spray booths in LaGrange County that are outside of the town's water system will have something similar to this as a fire suppressant. They all need to go through the variances, and I have on record here of the two different companies anyway that have this passed as their fire suppressant through the state. And it looks like a real good product, so that's why we're resuming this variance.
The technical data sheet that you uploaded shows a number of different, I guess, products, including handheld extinguishers and aerosol cans, but you are planning to use the, I'm not sure how to describe it, the
Small tanks.
Yeah, the small tank that's shown under automatic sprinklers on the data sheet. Is that correct?
That's correct. The bubbles or bowls that they get mounted up in the ceiling, and then the tip, when they're in case of a fire, that tip will just like your sprinkler systems will, they will when they get hotter and there's different temperatures.
Yeah.
And someone had mentioned that you're planning 3 of these in each paint booth. Is that right?
We've tossed around 3 or 4. We're going to go overkill. If we get it passed that we can use these products, it's going to be 3 or 4, whatever it's going to take for that radius to meet the requirements plus.
Yeah. How much does one tank, how many square feet does one tank encompass?
This is the architect again. So these bowls have the foam fire suppressant, and it's compressed. It's under pressure, and it has a sprinkler head on the bottom with a fusible link. So
yes, those would need to be covered as well, so they don't get spray on them.
Okay,
I mean, you have to
Anyway.
have some type of paper sack.
Yeah, they need protection from paint spray.
Yep, yep, just like our sprinklers do here. Yep, that'll be instigated, yep.
And then, so I'm sorry, and I cut you off. How many square feet would each one cover?
11 square,
95, it would be 95 square feet.
7-foot diameter, it says. If you look at page 1 of the cut sheet, it
Yeah,
says the fire suppressant with an 11-foot diameter in under 15 seconds.
are the tanks all one size to, or?
Can you answer that, Gary?
Yeah, the tanks would all be 12-liter tanks. We could, if there would be a scenario where we'd have to go smaller, we can do that, but 12-liter is the main unit. And it's normally the only one that we're offering in an automatic, but we can do small spaces if we have to.
Is there any maintenance that needed for the tank? Will it lose air after time? Is it only good for 2 or 3 years, like a regular fire extinguisher, where it has to be recharged?
So the cold fire suppressant has an indefinite shelf life as long as it's sealed. So we have our recommendations that would basically come with the, how would I say, owner's manual, but the product itself has indefinite shelf life, and then the owner's manual would have yearly maintenance where you would double check the gauge and you would make sure that there's no leakage, and you could check the weight to make sure that's all just like it was.
And so who would do that? Who would inspect, test, and maintain those on a regular basis? Because like with any sprinkler, or I'm sorry, with any spray booth, those have to be maintained every 6 months
So
and be serviced.
most fire extinguisher companies are willing to do it, but it sounded like they're also willing to do it in-house.
Yes, I would be doing that myself as the maintenance man for Spectrum Finishing at Plant 1 and Plant 2. So I'll be taking care of that. I have another long list of maintenance procedures that I take, that I have I go through every month, and also all the IDEM requirements. So that's basically half of my job, is taking care of all the daily, monthly, yearly logs for every single booth, and with a bunch of other maintenance that will be on my maintenance list, and that will be taken care of.
Okay, so your maintenance for the company. So you would take a look at these on a regular basis, but who would actually come in and maintain that? Or I don't know if I would assume they're like a regular fire extinguisher, where they're going to need, hydrostatic testing. Or they may need to be recharged, or they would be taken out and weighed and maintained.
At that point,
do you have a fire protection company that's willing to do that?
from my experience, most licensed fire extinguisher inspection companies will come in and hang their tag on there and do that maintenance, and the owner's manual would be readily available as well. So we have companies doing that.
And if that's required, by all means, that's what we'll do. Coorson is taking care of us here at this facility and the facility there at Plant 2. They just updated all our fire extinguishers just 2 weeks ago. So yeah, with what Gary mentioned there, that's that would be taken care of.
So how many would they need? These cover 11 square feet diameter.
No, they cover 11-foot diameter, which is about 100 square feet. So if they put 4 in, they're covered, way covered.
And if I can mention why we're thinking that, is to stay away from the center of the booth, to give us more headroom is why we stay to the side. Therefore, we need to add more bowls. That's why the number 4 sounded, extreme, but that's why we're looking at that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I think there's, I'm trying to find it, but I think there's like NFPA requirements for inspection and testing of these devices, which is like,
Because that's what's gonna cover extinguishers.
well, I think,
These would be considered, to me, these would be considered an extinguisher, so it'd be NFPA 10, and they have to, and they're covered in the fire code as well, so they have to be maintained on a regular basis and serviced. Like
yeah,
any type of extinguisher where they'd be looked at, they'd be checked by them monthly, and then they'd have to have an annual service, and then they'd have to have, more than likely because they're a tank, they'd have to have a hydrostatic test.
yeah, it seems like NFPA 10 or NFPA 25, but I,
25 is more water-based.
yeah, that's, I mean, these are,
10 would be more for extinguishers.
so whatever the NFPA standard is for inspection and testing that is applicable to this product should be followed. So, I mean, we could just make that the condition. Yeah. Which is a requirement anyway.
Follow chapter 9 of the fire code and NFPA 10
Yeah.
of NFPA.
Well, I mean, taking the temperature of the room, I believe I would make a motion to approve with the conditions that you're using.
Mr. Hill?
So I want to interrupt, Mr. Chairman. We have Ryan, who's our Assistant Section Chief of Code Enforcement. He's got his hand up. I think he has some information.
Okay.
Yes, this is Ryan Moitinger, Assistant Section Chief Code Enforcement. There is NFPA 18 does cover the wetting agents, which in accordance with the UL listing, it appears this was tested under.
Yep.
And NFPA 18 does have a chapter which specifically references inspections for these. So I would agree with that recommendation in regard to requiring some kind of organized inspection of these and not necessarily just the owner's inspection.
Correct.
Thank you. So with that information, that I would propose a motion to approve the variance with the conditions that they are using 4 of these devices per booth, 4 per booth, that with the square footage is as described in the application, and then that the devices are maintained in accordance with the requirements of NFPA, applicable NFPA standards, which may include NFPA 18 or others. Yeah.
Devices are maintained.
Are inspected and maintained in accordance with applicable NFPA standards. Standard. Anything I missed?
Using 4 devices per booth, that the square footage is described per the application, and that devices are inspected and maintained in accordance with applicable NFPA standards.
Yep.
Standard.
Well, NFPA 18 is described in the product data. I don't know if there's others that would be applicable. So
I would just say with with any and all applicable NFPA standards.
unless there's a reason you need a specific number. Okay.
Well, your section chief said 18
18.
covers that. I would have thought that 10 with the extinguishers covered it, but if 18 covers it, that's,
I'd have to look, but I think, yeah, I think if, you know, the product data refers to NFPA 18, but I don't want to limit our condition if there's other applicable ones. I mean, it's likely required anyway by the, uh, I'm comfortable with that motion. Yeah. Any and all applicable.
I'll second.
Second.
Burgess.
Yes.
Logan Cook.
Yes.
Height. Yes. James Murray.
Yes.
Bucky Lally.
Yes.
Lynn Slaughter.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I do have a question. I understand then now there's a letter that you guys will be issuing.
Yes.
Yes.
How soon does that usually come out? The reason I'm asking is we've had a design release. We're trying to get the permit. The local inspector would not issue the permit till we got the ruling on this variance, which I'm going to be calling him and telling him the outcome, and he might release a permit for that. But if he wants the letter, we
Get it out today. I can get it out to you today.
oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, moving forward.
we have work on administrative reviews. We have one new administrative review. It is the Delta fraternity. They are appealing written interpretation regarding 24 IBC sections 2004.1.2 2 occupants of factors for study space and study house. There's an initial pre-hearing scheduled for May 8th. Ongoing matter, we have the metalworking lubricants, and the hearing is scheduled for May 18th and 19th.
Thank you. Any other business?
Is our next meeting scheduled? Yes.
Yes, for
Okay.
June.
Just making sure we don't lose sight because we might.
So our next meeting is scheduled June 2nd. Here in the auditorium. 9 a.m.
I don't know if you need to know this at this time, but I will not be able to attend that meeting. I'll be in Paris.
Ah, awesome. All right. Some French food for me. So you eat some French food for me. All right.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize. There was something I intended to do earlier. We have a new employee, Adam Winkler, who is the new director of boards and commissions. I wanted to introduce him.
Morning. Nice to meet you. That said, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
we are adjourned.
Great.
Actually, I have a question for you, Craig. It
So I
has to do with